Learning to Be Here, Part 3 of 7. The following week begins with rain that lingers, not the brief downpours that wash and move on, but a steady gray drizzle that seeps into everything. Umbrellas bloom like dark flowers along the sidewalks. Trams carry passengers with damp collars and the smell of wool heavy in the air. I wake early again, resisting the urge to dive into messages, though the weather tempts me to retreat into old routines. Instead, I brew coffee, slice an apple, and sit by the window, watching droplets race down the glass. The notebook waits on the table, and I find myself writing about the sound of rain on different surfaces, the metallic tapping on the railing, the softer patter on leaves, the duller slap on pavement. Small distinctions, but paying attention makes me feel less blurred. At work, the weather affects everyone. Marta sighs at her desk, saying she can't shake the dampness from her bones. We laugh when she pulls her sweater tighter and complains that the fluorescent lights make it worse. I suggest a walk during lunch, despite the drizzle, and to my surprise, she agrees. We huddle under her wide umbrella, sharing space awkwardly at first, then comfortably. She talks about her younger brother, who just moved abroad, and I realize how little I know about her life outside the office. I listen closely, the way the rain muffles the city around us, making her voice more intimate. That afternoon, an email arrives from Clara. She invites me to dinner on Friday, asking if I can bring dessert. Her message is brief but warm. I hesitate before replying. Work deadlines hover, fatigue lurks, but I say yes. It feels like a decision stitched with possibility, even if small. Friday comes, and I stop by the bakery near the tram station. The smell inside is thick with butter and sugar, trays of cakes glistening under glass. I choose a fruit tart, its glaze catching the light. Carrying it carefully, I feel almost nervous, as though bringing dessert could measure my effort to show up differently. At Claire's apartment, I am greeted by the scent of roasted vegetables and the sound of her son, Elias, laughing somewhere down the hall. Clara looks tired but glad. She hugs me tightly, longer than usual. We eat around their wooden table, mismatched chairs, Elias chattering between bites. I find myself laughing more freely than I have in weeks. Later, while washing dishes together, Clara asks quietly, "Are you okay? You seem different." I dry a plate slowly, considering. Trying to be, I say. She nods, handing me another dish. The moment feels stitched like the mornings I've been practicing, ordinary, gentle, yet holding something larger. When I return home, the apartment feels less lonely. I sip the empty tart box on the counter, unwilling to throw it away just yet. The green notebook waits. I write, "Dinner with Clara," laughter like stitching, dessert is offering. The rain continues through the night, steady and unhurried.